Hi guys, welcome back. This is Rakesh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In last video, we had discussed about how to create new modules in our project. In this video, we will see how we can use group routing. Right? This is a very important whenever we will create any large project. So maybe we will need to we will create group routing. So this is a very important. So let us start with first of all. Let's move on new terminal and simply we will create. So let's first of all let's move on project directory and simply we will first of all we will create modules with routing. So nc generate modules and here we will write the modules name, let's say users, right? And simply we will write here routing. This is a separate routing. So Angular provide a build routing. Now here you can see app.routing.module.ts. This is a root routing file, and we have got two file. First is routing.module.ts and second is module.ts. Now I want to create a component inside these modules for routing data from one component to another component. So let's create a component and just generate component inside this users modules, let's say login, right? And will take some time. And also I want to create another component, let's say users, and simply we will write here, you can write any contact component name, let's say contact, right? And after that I will also create another modules, right? So we have already discussed about module, how to create modules in previous lecture. You can see in previous lecture how to create modules in details. Ng generate modules and here we will write the modules name, let's say admin, right? And we will also create routing. This is a child routing, not a routing. Parent routing is app.routing.module.ts, right? So I will also I will create a component inside this admin modules, let's say nc generate component inside this module, let's say login. And so we will create another component, let's say nc generate component admin contact inside this admin module, contact component, right? So after that let's move on user modules, right? Here you can see where is users modules, right? So first of all let's import this module inside root file. So let's move on app.module.ts. So first of all import users module, let's say users and users modules. And also we will import admin modules, must to import. And here we will write user modules and admin modules, right? And also we will import of these modules, let's say users modules and last is admin modules. After that let's save this file. Now what is an error? Hmm, what is an error? Unexpected 2020. let me check. Okay, so save this file. Now let's move on. User.module.ts. So, and second thing, we have to export of this component. We have create login component and uh, contact component, right? So first of all, we have to export of this component, because we will use outside this component. Whenever we will create another modules, we have to import inside this root modules. So here we will just write here login component and contact component, right? That is same thing here. Let's move on admin modules, and inside this module I will just use import export of login component and user contact component, right? Contact component, right? So it's completed, and now let's move on app.component.html, right? So I want to use let's say URL unordered list. Inside this unordered I will use list item, and inside this list item I will just use anchor tag, and here we will write router link. We have already discussed about router in next in previous video. We can you can see, and also we'll copy this file, and now let's paste. And this is you can write here, this is what this is users data, right? You can apply CSS, let's say color, let's say green, and let's save this file. Now let's move on use. So let's create another thing here. Let's move on s use s2 tag, and here we will write this is admin data, right? Inside this admin data I will just use a ul. You can copy this because it will save time. It will save time. Let's copy this all things and we'll paste. And second thing here, let's move on user modules, and inside this user modules we have user routing.module.ts, right? So let's move on. First of all, use we have to use path, and you can use any path name. Let's say login, you can write users, and after that let's say use here children properties, right? Because whenever we will use any group routing, we will create any group routing, so we have to use children properties. And after that inside this we'll just create a array, and we will write here path, sorry, what is inside this object, and here we will set a path, let's say login, and so use inside single quotes and login, and I want to apply on login component, right? So let's import, first of all let's import login component, import, and login component, and here we will write here login component, and also we will import contact component. Here I will just write here contact, and contact component we have to and here we will also use login component, and also we will use another path. We will create another path, let's say contact, and after that supply on contact component, right? Contact component. After that, let's save this file. Now let's move on. Let's copy this file. Now let's move on admin modules. So that is the same things here. I want to apply. Will apply inside this array. I will just copy this file. Now let's import. Let's import login component. Login component. Login component of admin modules. So here we will just write here login component, and after that we will also use also import contact component, right? Contact component. Here we will just write here contact component, right? And here we will write here admin, right? And let's move on second step. Let's move on root routing modules. That means app routing module.ts. So first of all we have to export uh, users users routing modules, and second thing here last is admin routing modules. So let's save this file. Now let's move on users file. Let's move on login component.html. Here we will write inside this s3 tag, this is users login data, right? And save this file. Now again let's move on contact.component.html, right? Here we will just write here, this is users contact data, right? And also we will write inside admin file. Let's move on add login file, login component. Here we will just write here inside s3 tag, this is admin login data. And also we will write inside contact.component.html. Here we will write s3 tag, this is admin contact data, right? And let's save this file. Now let's move on main terminal, right? So let's move on user interface. Now here, okay, let me check what is an error. Not error. Let's move on app.component.html. First of all we have to use of path. Let's users, and here we will write uh, user slash login, and here also we will write users slash contact, right? And also we will same thing here, we will write here uh, let's say admin slash login, and here we will write admin slash contact, right? And here we will write login page, you can write login, and here we will write contact, and also we will write login and contact, right? Let's save this file. Now let's move on user interface. Whenever we will click on this button, now here you can see this the data is displayed from user data, right? And whenever we will click on contact, Now here you can see, okay, I think I'm missing something. So let's uh, move on. Login component.html, let's that is perfect. Now let's move on. Contact, okay, this is user contact data, right? Now let's move on here. Contact contact. Now let's move on here. So this is admin data and this is users data. Whenever click on this users login data, now here you can see the data is displaying from users data, and whenever click on this contact button, data is displaying from users contact data, and whenever click on this button, data is displaying from admin data. So this is a very simple thing how can use how we can use group routing. So first of all, we have to create a separate routing file, and after that we will import inside this root file. And this is a very simple thing. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel and stay safe, stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.